The passing of a giant. A silence where once thunder echoed. The death of Moses. What happened next? We often focus on the towering figures, the miracles, the parting of seas. But what about the aftermath? The seismic shifts that followed the silence of his passing. Today we delve into 5 impactful events that reshaped the very fabric of Israel after Moses breathed his last. These weren't mere ripples, my friends, but tectonic plates shifting, altering the course of history. Prepare to be astonished, for the story continues far beyond the legend. The mystery of Moses' burial, a story whispered in hushed tones, a battle fought in the unseen realms. Scripture doesn't tell us where Moses was laid to rest, a deliberate omission, some believe, a sacred secret guarded by the Almighty. But legend speaks of a celestial clash, a struggle between the archangel Michael and the prince of darkness, Satan himself, vying for possession of Moses' mortal remains. Think of it, the very body of a man who spoke face to face with God, a man whose hands held the tablets of the law, a prize worthy of such a cosmic conflict. Why this secrecy? Why this hidden grave? Some say it was to prevent idolatry, to ensure that no one would ever worship the vessel instead of the Spirit, the man instead of the God he served. Crevenire Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. I ordained you a prophet to the nations." Moses' life was ordained, his death, too, a part of God's grand design, a design that left his final resting place veiled in mystery, a testament to the power of faith and the limits of human ambition. The very fact that we don't know where he lies adds another layer to the mystery, a testament to the divine plan unfolding even in silence. And yet, the silence itself speaks volumes. The absence of a known tomb speaks of something far greater than earthly monuments, a spiritual legacy that transcends the physical. The end of the manna. For 40 years the children of Israel were sustained by a miraculous provision, the daily manna, a bread from heaven. But with Moses gone, the manna ceased. Suddenly a nation accustomed to divine sustenance found themselves confronting the reality of toil and labor. This wasn't a punishment, my friends, but a catalyst. It was a transition, a graduation from divine infancy to a mature self-reliance. They were forced to till the land, to sow and reap, to build their own sustenance, mirroring the journey of spiritual growth. It's a powerful parable for us all. For how often do we rely on a divine manna, a comfortable routine, a guaranteed outcome, rather than embracing the challenge of growth, the necessity of hard work, the rewards of self-sufficiency? The ceasing of the manna was not an ending, but a beginning, a call to action, a test of faith, a step towards a new level of responsibility. It forced them to face the realities of life in a way they never had before, pushing them towards self-reliance and independence. This echoes the spiritual journey. We must leave behind the comfort of divine handouts and step into the responsibility of our own spiritual growth and development. The transition from manna to manual labor wasn't just a physical shift. It was a profound spiritual one. Imagine the psychological impact. For 40 years, sustenance had arrived effortlessly, a daily miracle reaffirming God's unwavering presence. Then, silence. The familiar sweetness vanished, replaced by the harsh realities of sweat, toil, and the uncertainty of harvest. This abrupt change, this forced independence, demanded a new level of faith. It wasn't about questioning God's provision. It was about accepting a new form of provision, a provision that required active participation, not passive reception. Think of it like this. The child relies entirely on their parents for food, shelter, and everything else. They receive, they consume, they depend. But as they mature, they learn to cook, to clean, to earn their own living. The dependence fades, replaced by self-reliance and a sense of accomplishment. The ceasing of the manna was that spiritual coming of age for the Israelites. It pushed them beyond a childlike dependence on divine handouts and into the adult world of responsibility, hard work, and the satisfaction of creating their own prosperity. This resonates deeply with our own spiritual journeys. How often do we pray for a miracle, expecting a divine shortcut, a magical solution to our problems? Instead of engaging in the hard work of personal growth, we crave the effortless manna, the immediate gratification, the divine bypass around the challenges of life. But true spiritual growth, like the Israelites' experience, demands active participation, consistent effort, and a willingness to confront the realities of our own limitations. It's in the struggle, in the sweat of our brows, in the facing of our challenges, that we truly discover our inner strength, our resilience, our capacity for faith. The desert, harsh and unforgiving as it was, became a crucible, forging the Israelites into a more self-reliant people. It wasn't easy. There were undoubtedly moments of doubt, of questioning, of despair. But it was in those moments of hardship that their faith was tested, refined, and ultimately strengthened. The absence of manna forced them to rely on each other, to cooperate, to build community, to develop skills they never knew they possessed. It was a transformative experience, one that shaped their identity as a nation and laid the foundation for their future. And this, my friends, is the true lesson of the manna cessation. True faith isn't passive acceptance, it's active engagement, a willingness to embrace the challenges that come our way, and a trust in the divine power that resides within us to overcome them. It is the understanding that God's provision takes many forms, some requiring far more active participation than others. The manna was a temporary provision, a stepping stone on the path to self-reliance, a lesson in the transformative power of embracing the challenges of life. Consider the parable of the talents. 3 servants are given differing amounts of money by their master, who then leaves on a journey. 2 servants diligently invest their talents, doubling their master's initial investment. They actively engage with their resources, taking calculated risks and demonstrating initiative. Their faith isn't passive, it's expressed through action. They don't simply wait for more wealth to be bestowed upon them, they actively create it. Their reward is commensurate with their effort and their faith in their master's judgment. The 3rd servant, however, buries his talent, fearing risk and loss. He passively receives yet fails to actively participate in the growth process. His faith, if it can even be called that, remains dormant, unexpressed, unproductive. His fear paralyzes him, preventing him from engaging with the opportunity presented. He doesn't lack the resources, he lacks the courage to use them. His inaction reflects a fundamental misunderstanding of his master's trust and his own potential. He equates faith with inaction, with a fearful clinging to the status quo. This parable underscores the crucial distinction between passive and active faith. Passive faith is a form of spiritual stagnation, a waiting game, a hope for divine intervention without any personal effort. Active faith, however, is a dynamic engagement with life, a willingness to take risks, to learn from failures, to embrace the challenges that come our way. It's about recognizing God's presence, not only in the miracles and blessings, but also in the struggles and setbacks. It's about seeing adversity not as an obstacle to overcome, but as an opportunity for growth, a chance to discover our inner strength and resilience. Think about your own life. How often have you prayed for something, a job, a relationship, a healing, and then waited passively for it to materialize? Have you actively pursued your goals, developed the necessary skills, networked with the right people? Or have you remained passive, hoping for a miracle, a shortcut, a divine bypass around the necessary effort? True faith isn't about wishing, it's about working. It's about aligning your actions with your prayers, your intentions with your efforts. It's about understanding that God works through us, not just for us. He empowers us, guides us, but the active participation, the hard work, the consistent effort, that's our responsibility. The cessation of the manna wasn't a punishment, it was a call to action, a challenge to grow beyond dependence, to embrace the responsibility of self-reliance. It was a lesson in the transformative power of active faith, the power to create our own prosperity, not just passively receive it. It's a reminder that the path to spiritual maturity often involves challenges, struggles, and the hard work of shaping our own destinies. The greatest rewards often come not from effortless handouts, but from the sweat of our brows, the triumph over adversity, the understanding that our faith is not a passive acceptance, but an active participation in the grand unfolding of life. And it is in this active participation, in this engagement with the world, that we truly discover the depth and resilience of our faith. Now, let's delve deeper into this concept of active faith. It's not about ignoring prayer or dismissing the role of divine guidance. It's about understanding that prayer is a conversation, not a one-way street. You speak to God, you listen for guidance, and then you act upon that guidance however subtly it might be revealed. It's about aligning your will with God's will, understanding that His plan for you is not a preordained, inflexible script, but a collaborative effort. He provides the inspiration, the opportunities, the strength, but you provide the effort, the dedication, the perseverance. Think of a farmer planting seeds. He doesn't simply plant them and then sit back, hoping for a harvest. He tends to the land, he waters the plants, he protects them from pests, he weeds out the unwanted growth. He actively participates in the process, working in partnership with nature to bring forth the desired outcome. His faith in a bountiful harvest isn't passive, it's active, it's engaged, it's reflected in every drop of sweat and every hour of labor. His faith is not a belief that the harvest will magically appear, but a belief that through his diligent work, aided by the natural processes, a harvest will be yielded. This analogy applies to all aspects of life, whether you're pursuing a career goal, building a strong relationship, or overcoming a personal challenge. Active faith demands active participation. It's about setting clear goals, developing a strategic plan, identifying the resources you need, and then diligently working towards your objectives. It's about learning from your mistakes, adapting to changing circumstances, and persevering through setbacks. It's about recognizing that the path to success is rarely linear. It's often filled with twists and turns, unexpected obstacles, and moments of doubt. But it's in those moments of doubt, those moments of struggle, that your active faith is truly tested. It's not about avoiding adversity. It's about facing it head-on, with courage, resilience, and a deep trust in your ability to overcome. It's about remembering that even in the darkest of times, God is with you, guiding you, strengthening you, empowering you to persevere. He doesn't promise an easy path, but He does promise His unwavering support, His unfailing grace, and the strength to navigate whatever challenges come your way. Your part is to actively engage, to actively participate, to actively pursue your goals with unwavering determination and a heart full of faith. Remember, faith without works is dead. Active faith, however, is alive, vibrant, and powerfully transformative. It's a journey, not a destination, a continuous process of growth, learning, and striving. It's a testament to the power of partnership between human effort and divine grace. And that partnership, that collaboration between you and God's grace, requires constant communication. It's not a one-way street where you simply ask for things and expect them to magically appear. It's a dialogue, a conversation, a continuous exchange of energy and intention. Think of it like a dance. You respond to His leading, you adjust your steps to His rhythm, and you move in harmony with His flow. This involves prayer, not just as a ritual, but as a genuine conversation with your Creator. It's about listening as well as speaking, about being open to His guidance, His wisdom, His gentle nudges in the right direction. Sometimes, that guidance might come in the form of a sudden insight, a flash of inspiration, a clear understanding of the next step. Other times, it might come through the counsel of trusted friends, mentors, or even unexpected circumstances that challenge you to grow and adapt. The key is to remain receptive, to cultivate a heart that's open to receiving divine inspiration. It's about silencing the noise of the world, the distractions that pull you away from your connection with the divine, and creating space for His voice to be heard. Remember the parable of the talents. The master entrusted his servants with different amounts of talent, expecting them to use those talents wisely. The servant who buried his talent out of fear or inaction was condemned for his lack of effort. The ones who used their talents, however, even multiplying them, were rewarded for their initiative and diligence. This isn't about accumulating wealth or possessions. It's about using the gifts God has given you to their fullest potential, to serve others, to make a positive impact on the world. Your talents, your skills, your abilities. These are all tools provided by God for you to use in building His kingdom, in fulfilling His purpose for your life. Active faith isn't passive acceptance, it's active engagement. It's not about waiting for miracles to happen. It's about actively participating in the process of creating them. It's about taking the initiative, stepping out of your comfort zone and embracing the challenges that life throws your way. It's about believing in your own potential, in your ability to overcome obstacles, and in the unwavering support of a loving God who walks with you every step of the way. This journey demands courage, resilience, and a deep, unwavering faith in the divine plan. It's about trusting the process, even when you don't see the immediate results, knowing that your efforts, guided by divine grace, will eventually bear fruit. And that trust, my friend, is cultivated. It's not something you're born with, fully formed. It's a muscle strengthened through consistent exercise, through facing challenges and emerging victorious. Even if the victories are small, incremental steps forward. Remember the story of David and Goliath. David, a seemingly insignificant shepherd boy, faced a giant, a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. Yet, armed with faith and a slingshot, he triumphed. His faith wasn't blind. It was informed by his relationship with God, his trust in God's plan, his understanding of God's power. He didn't just hope for victory, he actively sought it, relying on his skills and his unwavering belief in the divine. This active engagement with faith requires self-reflection. It demands honest introspection into your strengths, weaknesses, and fears. Understanding your limitations isn't about dwelling on them. It's about acknowledging them, accepting them, and then working to overcome them. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline isn't about rigid adherence to rules. It's about self-mastery, about aligning your actions with your intentions, about consistently striving towards your goals, fueled by faith and a clear understanding of your purpose. Think about a farmer planting seeds. He doesn't just throw the seeds into the ground and expect a harvest overnight. He prepares the soil, he plants the seeds carefully, he waters them, he weeds them, he protects them from pests. He invests time, energy, and effort, trusting in the natural processes of growth. His faith isn't passive. It's active participation in the cycle of life, a partnership with nature. Your faith should be the same. It's about active participation in the unfolding of God's plan for your life. It's about diligent effort, consistent action, and unwavering trust in the divine process. Sometimes the path will be clear, a straight road leading you towards your destination. Other times it will be winding, filled with unexpected turns, detours, and obstacles. You might face setbacks, disappointments, even failures, but these aren't signs of God's absence. They are opportunities for growth, for learning, for strengthening your faith. They are opportunities to refine your skills, to sharpen your focus, to deepen your understanding of yourself and your relationship with God. Each challenge, each obstacle, is a chance to demonstrate the strength of your faith, the resilience of your spirit, the unwavering commitment to your purpose. Embrace the challenges. They are not meant to break you, but to make you stronger. They are the crucible in which your faith is forged, refined, and made stronger. Remember, even the most brilliant diamond is born from immense pressure. Consider the biblical account of Joseph. Sold into slavery by his brothers, falsely accused and imprisoned. Yet through it all, he maintained his faith. He didn't curse his fate. He didn't succumb to despair. He saw the hand of God. Even in the midst of his suffering, he interpreted dreams, rose through the ranks, and eventually became second in command in Egypt, saving his family and countless others from famine. His journey wasn't a straight line. It was a labyrinth of trials and tribulations, but his unwavering faith, his commitment to integrity, his diligent application of his gifts, guided him through the darkness and into the light. His story is a testament to the power of faith in action, a powerful example of how even seemingly insurmountable obstacles can be overcome through perseverance, trust, and a steadfast belief in a higher purpose. Think about your own life. What are the Goliaths you face? Are they financial worries, health concerns, relationship challenges, or professional setbacks? Identify them. Don't shy away from them. Acknowledge them. Understand their nature. Then, ask yourself, what are my strengths? What resources do I have at my disposal? Who are the people in my life who can support me? What skills can I develop or refine to better equip myself to face these challenges? This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about strategic planning, informed by faith and fueled by action. It's about developing a plan, breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable steps, and celebrating each small victory along the way. It's about seeking guidance, not just from religious texts or spiritual leaders, but also from mentors, coaches, and trusted friends. It's about learning from your mistakes, adapting your strategies as needed, and never giving up on your dreams. Remember, faith is not a passive state of being. It's an active verb. It's not a feeling, it's a decision. It's a commitment to trust in God's plan, even when you don't understand it. It's a willingness to put in the work, to persevere through difficulties, to remain steadfast in your beliefs, even when the path ahead seems dark and uncertain. It requires courage, resilience, and an unwavering belief in your own potential, a potential that is ultimately a gift from God. And this potential, this strength, is not something to be hoarded. It is something to be shared, to be used to serve others, to make a positive impact on the world around you. This is the essence of faith in action, a life lived not just for yourself, but for a higher purpose, a purpose that gives meaning and direction to your journey. The journey itself, with all its twists and turns, is as much a part of the blessing as the destination. So let's delve deeper into this idea of strategic planning informed by faith. It's not about blindly hoping for the best. It's about actively engaging with your life, your challenges, and your faith. Think of it as a partnership. You bring your strengths, your skills, your determination. Faith provides the unwavering support, the perspective, the strength to keep going when you feel like giving up. It's like having a powerful ally in your corner, constantly reminding you of your potential and guiding you towards your purpose. Consider the example of a farmer planting a seed. He doesn't just toss the seed into the ground and expect a harvest. He prepares the soil, he plants the seed at the right depth. He waters it, he weeds it, he protects it from pests. He works diligently, knowing that the harvest depends not just on the seed itself, but on his consistent effort. Similarly, your faith is the seed, your potential is the soil, and your actions are the cultivation. You nurture your faith through prayer, meditation, study, and service. You cultivate your potential through learning, growing, and developing your skills. And you demonstrate your faith through action, through the choices you make, the way you treat others, and the impact you have on the world. This isn't about achieving perfection, it's about striving for progress. We all make mistakes, we all stumble and fall. But the key is to learn from those experiences, to pick ourselves up, and to keep moving forward. Faith provides the resilience to bounce back from setbacks, the perspective to see the bigger picture, and the strength to forgive yourself and others. It helps you to view challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth, for learning, for deepening your faith and understanding of your purpose. Think about David and Goliath. David didn't win because he was bigger or stronger than Goliath. He won because he had faith, courage, and skill. He trusted in his God-given abilities and used his sling, a seemingly insignificant weapon, to defeat a seemingly insurmountable opponent. His faith didn't magically remove Goliath, it empowered him to face the giant with courage and skill. This is the power of faith in action. It doesn't eliminate challenges, it equips you to conquer them. Now, I want you to think about a specific challenge you're facing. Write it down. Then, write down your strengths, your resources, and the people who support you. Finally, brainstorm specific, actionable steps you can take to address this challenge, drawing upon your faith and your resources. Don't be afraid to break down large goals into smaller, more manageable ones. Celebrate each small victory, each step forward, no matter how insignificant it may seem. Remember, the journey is as important as the destination. The process of growth, learning, and perseverance is where true strength and faith are forged. This is how you transform challenges into opportunities, obstacles into stepping stones, and faith into action. This is how you live a life of purpose, driven by faith and fueled by action. The life that not only benefits you, but also enriches the lives of those around you. Remember that feeling of accomplishment after conquering a seemingly impossible task. That feeling is the tangible manifestation of faith in action. It's not a passive feeling. It's an active participation in your own life's narrative. It's the quiet confidence that whispers, "I can do this," even when doubt screams the opposite. Think about a gardener again, but this time, imagine the garden facing a drought. The earth is cracked, the plants are wilting, and despair threatens to take root. A gardener lacking faith might give up, believing the situation hopeless, but a gardener with faith will persevere. They'll seek out water sources, they might implement water-saving techniques, they might even pray for rain. They don't passively wait for a miracle, they actively work within the circumstances to achieve the best possible outcome. This active engagement is crucial. Faith isn't a magic wand that instantly solves problems. It's a guiding light, a source of strength, and a catalyst for action. It empowers you to identify solutions, to persevere through setbacks, and to maintain hope even in the darkest of times. It's about trusting in a higher power, in your own abilities, and in the process itself. Let's explore that further. Let's say your challenge is a difficult project at work. You've identified your strengths, perhaps strong analytical skills and a collaborative spirit. Your resources include your team, your knowledge base, and access to certain software. You've brainstormed actionable steps, breaking down the project into smaller, manageable tasks. Now, where does your faith come in? It's in believing in your ability to complete each small task, even when feeling overwhelmed. It's in trusting your team to support you and contribute their expertise. It's in seeking guidance, perhaps through prayer or meditation, for clarity and wisdom. It's in recognizing that even if you stumble, you have the resilience to get back up and keep moving forward. It's in maintaining a positive attitude, focusing on your progress rather than dwelling on setbacks. And remember, seeking help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a testament to your wisdom and your faith in the power of community. Lean on your support system, share your struggles, and celebrate your successes with those who love and believe in you. Their encouragement will bolster your faith and provide the strength you need to overcome challenges. They can offer different perspectives, different approaches, different insights that you might not have considered on your own. Consider the parable of the talents. Each servant was given a different number of talents, and each was expected to use them wisely. The point isn't about having more or less than others. It's about utilizing what you have to the best of your ability. Your faith empowers you to identify your talents, to develop them, and to use them to serve a greater purpose. It's not about accumulating wealth or recognition. It's about using your gifts to contribute to something larger than yourself. That, my friend, is the true essence of faith in action. It's about recognizing the divine spark within you and using it to illuminate the world around you. So how do we cultivate this kind of faith-fueled action in our daily lives? It's not a switch you flip, it's a muscle you strengthen through consistent practice. Think of it like learning a new skill, like playing the guitar. You don't become a virtuoso overnight. It takes dedicated practice, patience, and a willingness to persevere through mistakes. Similarly, cultivating faith requires consistent effort, reflection, and a willingness to learn from both successes and failures. One powerful tool is gratitude. Taking time each day to appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how small, shifts your focus from what's lacking to what you already possess. This fosters a sense of abundance and strengthens your belief in the goodness surrounding you. It could be as simple as appreciating the warmth of the sun on your face, the laughter of a loved one, or the completion of a challenging task. Keeping a gratitude journal can be incredibly helpful in reinforcing this practice. Another key element is mindfulness. Being present in the moment, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, allows you to see opportunities and challenges with greater clarity. Mindfulness practices like meditation or deep breathing exercises can help you cultivate this awareness and reduce stress, creating space for faith to flourish. When you're grounded in the present, you're better equipped to make wise decisions and to respond to circumstances with grace and resilience. Furthermore, consider acts of service. Helping others, whether through volunteering your time, donating to a cause you believe in, or simply offering a kind word, connects you to something larger than yourself and strengthens your faith in the inherent goodness of humanity. This selfless action fosters a sense of purpose and meaning, reinforcing your belief in a positive outcome, even in the face of adversity. Remember, faith isn't just a personal journey, it's a shared experience. Connecting with others who share your values and beliefs can provide immense support and encouragement. Finally, remember that doubt is a natural part of the faith journey. It's not the absence of doubt that defines faith. It's the willingness to continue moving forward despite it. Embrace your doubts, explore them, and allow them to deepen your understanding of your beliefs. Don't let them paralyze you. Let them challenge you to grow and to strengthen your faith. It's in the wrestling with these uncertainties that your faith can become stronger, more resilient, and more deeply rooted. The path of faith is rarely smooth. It's often a winding road with twists and turns, ups and downs. But the journey itself is part of the process, a testament to your courage, your perseverance, and your unwavering belief in something greater than yourself. And remember, even in the darkest moments, there is always light to be found, if you just keep looking. So where do we go from here? How do we actively cultivate this resilience, this unwavering belief, in the face of life's inevitable challenges? It's not about ignoring the difficulties. It's about learning to navigate them with a sense of purpose and inner strength. Think of faith as a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. And just like any muscle, it needs consistent training. One way to strengthen your faith is through consistent self-reflection. Take time each week, perhaps on a Sunday morning or a quiet evening, to reflect on your experiences. Ask yourself, what challenges did I face this week? How did I respond? What did I learn? Did I act in accordance with my values? Journaling can be invaluable in this process. Writing down your thoughts and feelings helps you process them, identify patterns, and gain a clearer understanding of your own inner landscape. Another important aspect is forgiveness. Forgiveness, both of yourself and others, is crucial for releasing negativity and fostering inner peace. Holding on to resentment and anger only weighs you down, hindering your ability to move forward with faith and hope. Forgiving yourself for past mistakes allows you to learn from them without being defined by them. Forgiving others, even when it's difficult, frees you from the burden of resentment and allows you to experience the liberating power of compassion. And remember the power of community. Surrounding yourself with supportive and like-minded individuals can make a profound difference in your faith journey. Find a community, whether it's a religious group, a support network, or a group of friends who share your values, where you can feel accepted, understood, and encouraged. Sharing your struggles and celebrating your triumphs with others strengthens your sense of belonging and provides a valuable source of strength and inspiration. Don't underestimate the power of shared experiences and mutual support. The feeling of connection, of knowing you're not alone in your journey, can be incredibly powerful. These shared experiences, these moments of vulnerability and connection, can deepen your faith and strengthen your resolve. Finally, remember that faith is a personal journey. There's no one right way to practice it. What works for one person may not work for another. The most important thing is to find what resonates with you, what nourishes your soul, and what helps you connect with something greater than yourself. Explore different practices, different perspectives, and different approaches until you find what feels authentic and meaningful to you. Be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, and remember that the journey itself is a testament to your faith. It's in the striving, in the searching, and the unwavering commitment to your beliefs that your faith truly blossoms. The process itself is a testament to your resilience, your courage, and your unwavering commitment to something greater than yourself. And that, my friend, is something truly remarkable. So, as you embark on this incredible journey of faith, I leave you with this thought: what small step will you take today to nurture your spiritual growth? To subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out, and join me for the next video, where we'll delve deeper into the power of prayer. Until then, God bless and take care. This is Marco, signing off.